Hi everyone. How are you doing today? If you're not familiar with my quick guides, in these videos, I try to go over all the basic stuff you need to know in order to understand and start playing Pokemon in around 10 minutes. And in today's quick guide we'll talk about the newest Pokemon added to the game, Umbreon. Umbreon is a defender with some tools you would see in a supporter, and if that's not enough, you also have the option of playing with some ability. So if you want a Pokemon that can do a bit of everything, this one is definitely for you. You can play a more offensive-oriented Umbreon, capable of dealing a lot of damage while moving around stunning everyone. Or you can also play as the tank that can literally lock down opponents while supporting your teammates, but either way you'll be really helpful for your team. And in any way you choose to play, you'll always have high defenses and some healing. As every EV so far, you'll reach your first power spike at level 4, from that point forward you're ready to take over your games. The only glaring weakness this Pokemon has is the lack of moves to secure farm, making it harder for you to reach your evolution. Since you can evolve at level 4, I recommend running this Pokemon in either the top or bottom path. I usually have a better time on the bottom path, especially when I'm running the item experience share. So with that said, let's head to the practice area to take a look at what this Pokemon can do inside your matches. First let's take a look at Eevee's passive. It will prevent you from being pushed, thrown or left unable to act once, with a cooldown of 40 seconds. This will protect you from some dangerous moves you can face at the earlier stages of the game. Now for your boosted basic attack. It deals damage and heals you 12% of your missing HP, so the lower your health is, the more you'll heal. And just like Lapras, you want to use your basic attacks at every opportunity to help keep you alive. For your first move option, you need to choose either Swift or Fake Tears. You'll get the other one at level 2. I recommend starting out with Swift. This move shoots 4 stars towards one enemy, the first one deals more damage. And for 4 seconds, you'll walk slightly faster around the enemy hit by the stars, and every time you deal damage to that Pokemon, your next basic attack will be boosted. Most of your damage will come from this move until you evolve. It's terrible to last hit, but neither of your starting moves are that great to secure anyway. It's very helpful to fight your opponents though, giving you a lot of boosted attacks to both deal damage and get some health back. Your next move in this case will be Fake Tears. It deals damage, gives you a shield equal to 12% of your maximum HP and decreases your enemy's defenses by 20% for 2 seconds. If you're looking to secure farm, this is your most damaging move. And as I said, still not great at that. But the shield is very nice and will help you survive in most situations. The defense decrease is a good bonus on top of it. Then at level 4, you'll evolve into Umbreon. And your passive will receive some changes. Besides negating those hindrances, you'll also become unstoppable for 1.2 seconds and your defenses will be increased by 30% for 3 seconds. Being a nice upgrade from your previous one, making you even tankier. You also have to pick your next move, which can be either Foul Play or Mean Look. First, let's talk about Foul Play. This is the move you'll pick if you want to play a more aggressive Umbreon. It makes you dash forward dealing damage while also slowing everyone you hit by 25% for 2 seconds, and if you hit someone, you can use this move again within 6 seconds before the cooldown starts. The second use shoves your enemies, making them unable to act for 1 second, while also giving the same slowing effect. But this one deals damage based on the highest attack stat from the targets you hit on the first use of Foul Play. If they're lower than Umbreon's current attack, you'll use your own stat instead. The upgraded Foul Play gives you a boosted basic attack after each use. So this move is really good overall, giving you a lot of mobility and damage with the ability to incapacitate opponents. But it can get even better if you can use this move on enemies with a high attack stat. And in this case, the first hit of Foul Play is the most important for your damage output, since you can only use the attack stat of your opponent's hit by the first part. If you don't hit anyone with a good attack stat, you'll use your own, so there's never a situation where you can get a decrease in damage. In case you don't know which Pokemons have high attack stats, try to aim this move on speedsters except Gengar, as a simple tip to get extra damage, since they usually have the highest attack stats on the game. The upgraded Foul Play is also amazing at keeping you alive with those boosted basic attacks, which are really easy to use between each hit. Next, for Mean Look. This move marks a Pokemon, slowing them by 30% for 2 seconds. And shortly after being marked, a circle they can't leave will appear around your target for 3 seconds. If you're inside that area, all of your basic attacks become boosted and deal more damage. The upgraded mean look increases the duration of the circle to 3.5 seconds. Both moves receive their upgrades at level 10. So, this may be the most annoying move ever created. You'll completely trap an opponent with no way to get out, unless they can go through a Hoopa's hyperspace hole. Or if they're playing as Comfey and can attach to someone. Now you may be asking yourself, what if my moves require me to move around? Well, that's too bad. There's literally no way out. You can only escape Umbreon's mean look if you use a full heal or Blissey's safeguard on the interval between the activation and the circle showing up. So yeah, great move that doesn't require Umbreon to get a lot of levels throughout the match to be useful, allowing you to play more like a defender or supporter. Then at level 6, you'll get to pick your next move, can be either Snarl or Wish. Starting with Snarl. This move continuously deals damage and reduces the attack and special attack by 8% for 1.5 seconds, stacking up to 6 times, and movement speed by 15% for 2 seconds. You'll also be slowed by 30% during this time and will get a shield equal to 15% of your maximum HP. After that, you'll have a stronger hit that stuns your enemies for 1 second and further decreases their attack and special attack by 20% for 3 seconds. The upgraded Snarl increases the stun duration to 1.5 seconds. This move is a great tool to extend your fights, making you almost unstoppable and weakening your opponents. You can't basic attack during Snarl, but you can use your other move. If you pick this move alongside Foul Play, you'll be able to dash during your Snarl, making sure you'll stun your targets regardless of your slower movement speed. But if you're playing this moveset, like we already discussed before, be aware that since Foul Play can scale of your opponent's attack, you'll get less damage from your Foul Play if you hit your opponents with Snarl, so try to time your moves accordingly. Sometimes your stun may be more useful than some extra damage, so you can just go for it. Your other move option here is Wish. This move is a delayed healing that takes 2 seconds to take effect. But during these 2 seconds, your target will receive 15% less damage. And if your target gets knocked out before the healing, this move will automatically jump towards a close ally. The upgraded Wish increases the damage reduction to 25% and the healing. Both moves receive their upgrades at level 12. This is an amazing move that can work well as some extra survivability for you or as a good way to support your allies. And since you don't heal immediately, you can use this move right when you or your teammates will start a fight, so they can get some health back as early as possible, while also getting the benefit of the damage reduction. So you can't go wrong with this one, regardless of which other move you choose to play. Also, this healing scales very well with your attack stat. And lastly, for Umbreon's Unite move. With 112 seconds of cooldown, you'll make yourself unstoppable while leaping into the air and absorbing shields from all nearby opponents. After that you'll land dealing damage and stunning opposing Pokemon for 1 second. When you hit the ground, you'll also create an area around Umbreon for 5 seconds, that slows enemies by 30%, and if they get a shield while standing in this area, you'll steal 50% of that shield for yourself. And for some reason, after unlocking this move you'll recover 1% of your maximum HP every second, while not in combat. The buffs you get from this Unite move for 6 seconds are 30% increased movement speed and a shield equal to 10% of your maximum HP. This move is amazing in team fights. When everyone is using Unite moves to keep their teams alive, you can just jump there and get rid of all the shields, while also getting a stun on top of it. You can just use it for the stun alone if you want to start the fight yourself. Also, you can't steal shields from Rayquaza or Assault Vest. And keep in mind that you're not invincible while in the air, you're just unstoppable, so you can still get knocked out during your Unite move. Now that we already know what Umbreon can do inside your matches, let's see what you can change outside them in order to adapt this Pokemon to your own playstyle. Starting with some battle item recommendations. You can run Potion, for some extra healing with relatively low cooldown. X Speed, to help you move around. Or Eject Button, to quickly reposition to run away or to surprise your opponents. And for your held items. In my opinion, one of the strongest options here is the Focus Band. With your high defenses, you just can't go wrong with this one, regardless of which moveset you're running. Eos Cookie is a good item you can use if you want to survive a little longer if you can manage to get some scores. The experience share works amazingly well with the Mean Lock and Wish moveset, since you won't need many levels on this Pokémon. Razor Claw is really useful with Foul Play, triggering its effect after every use. Buddy Barrier also works well with the Defender playstyle, giving your team an extra chance. Muscle Band is a good option to get some extra damage throughout the match. Attack weight gives you some extra damage as well, but your moves don't scale that well with your attack stat, except for main looks basic attacks and wishes healing. The same goes for weakness policy. Rapid Fire Scarf isn't that great for this Pokemon, and you'll mostly want to use an energy amplifier to charge your Unite move faster. Besides those, I wouldn't recommend any other item. And to close things out, we have some boost emblem choices. For this Pokemon, I recommend running brown and white emblems, prioritizing increasing both your health and attack. If you enjoy playing a defender that can deal damage or something that works more like a support, this Pokemon is definitely for you. And that's all for this video. If you want to see more guides like this, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate having you around. I hope you enjoyed and found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time.